Marvel Rivals is finally out, and it's the latest contender stepping up to bat for the hero shooter genre. And it kind of needs to hit a home run because the last game didn't exactly go to plan. I'll admit I had no plans to play Rivals, but that little cat named Curiosity had me itching to find out some answers. Would I enjoy this? Was this just a cash grab? Why is this guy a menace to society? Questions. Was this an Overwatch clone? One download and 15 hours later, and I found out I was so wrong. So allow me to answer those questions about why Marvel's Rivals is so damn good. There is no debate that Rivals is a resounding success when this weekend they had almost 500,000 players alone on Steam. So that's at least 1 million across all platforms, surpassing 10 million players that have downloaded and played the game as of Monday. You know how crazy that is for a hero shooter in 2024? But why is this happening? For starters, the game is fun, chaotic, and downright awesome. And I think the other side of it is that if you slap Marvel on anything nowadays, you're going to have a massive amount of eyes on the product. But that doesn't necessarily make it a good game. They could have been easy with this. They could have phoned it in or been lazy. Make a bunch of money and call it a day. But my word, did they cook. With over 33 characters to play at launch, all the heavy hitters are here than what you expect. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Spider-Man, Hulk, Wolverine, Magneto, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more underused heroes like Squirrel Girl, Magic, Namor, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, and many more. All of the heroes have different playstyles and busted things that they can use, and it's chaotic and awesome. But more importantly, it gives us options. Options means there's a hero for everyone. Options means more variety in gameplay, and options in Marvel Rivals also means I'm playing a completely different game to my friends. Want to play a classic shooter? Punisher or Winter Soldier is there for you to choose. Want to play a melee brawler? Play Thor or Captain America. Want to throw out random bullshit? Play Moon Knight. Want to be a menace to society? Play Jeff. Or if you're like me and many other players, you want to be a support player's nightmare, choose Iron Fist. Ever wanted to be a JoJo character? Yeah, this is the guy. Each hero has strengths and weaknesses, but there aren't any crazy one-shot abilities outside of ultimates, and I think that's pretty good in this case of a game launching, and they're all fun across the board, and I've not even dived into each of the heroes enough to understand them and enjoy them more. The cherry on the top of all of this is team-ups. Team-ups in Rivals are the game's way of making you pick certain duos or combining different heroes together. Take Groot and Rocket Raccoon. You can sit on Groot's shoulder as Rocket Raccoon and get extra damage resistance. You can also get extra damage if you combine Hela and Thor. There's so many of these in the game, and they're only going to add more as they add more heroes. You take team-ups, you take awesome heroes, you have a really cool tutorial section that you can go in and learn the heroes really easily, and have difficulty stars to see how you want to play the characters, and you can combine them into a game, play with your friends, and have a great time. They have really focused on the hero or villain fantasy in this case, and that is the best part about Rivals. It puts the hero into the hero shooter and turns it into a game that doesn't require you to have amazing aim. You can have a whole lot of fun in the game without even having to shoot any form of projectile. With 33 characters to choose from and a laundry list of Marvel characters that they can pull from to add to the game, both iconic and lesser known, the game has limitless potential of things to add. If only other games that had come out that had the Marvel property or even the superhero property had got this right. As of launch, we are in the chaos era, or the golden period of the game that I like to call it. Things are unbalanced, everyone is loading the game, having a good time, and it's what the early days of Overwatch were like for me. You go into games with 5 DPS and 1 tank. Supports are getting ganked by these two. Some games are good, some games are bad, and that's the beauty of this genre. It's the best time to play until inevitably the meta is formed and the fun is sucked from certain parts of the game. Hey, just like Overwatch. Now that I've mentioned it, the obvious question comes up that is this an Overwatch clone? No. Some characters in the game have very similar kits, but it's not a one-to-one carbon copy. objective game modes that are literally the same as things in the TF2 days. It's an iteration on the genre, and to say that it's just a complete rip-off would be false. I look at this game the same way that I look at Valorant or Warzone, as an evolution on the Battle Royale genre or the tactical shooter genre, or quite frankly, any game ever, because the nature of games is to iterate on what was successful and trying to make it better, or make it unique and different. Rivals does that, and it has its own personality to go along with it. The most remarkable part of Rivals isn't even the gameplay for me, it's the pretty bonkers presentation and art style. There has been a great deal of love poured into every aspect of this game, and the art in particular is one of the highlights. Awesome intro screens for every single hero in the game. MVP animations that capture iconic moments for the character. The attention to detail is key because they all have their own lore cards that have their own signatures that are different to each unique character. Voice lines between each hero. The devs went all out on every single character. It's vibrant, it's stylish, it's unique. My personal favorites are Thor and Venom at the moment, and I could hazard a guess which characters are popular in the community at the moment. I can already see the dollar signs in the eyes of the executives for this game because each hero has got countless possible costumes and alternate looks that they can have, emotes and sprays, MVP screens of iconic moments. There's just so much that they can do, and you can bet your ass if they have some pretty cool Thor skins, I may have to jump into the game and buy them because, hey, I love me, my big thick boy Thor. Now, yes, I get it. I've been vocal about microtransactions and things in games like this before, but it's free to play and it's cosmetic only. There's no pay to win bullshit. There's no scummy tactics. Yes, the price of things are obviously going to be a little bit inflated, but that's the same across all microtransactions in every single game at the moment. Honestly, I don't care, because if I don't buy a skin, you can bet your ass there's some big spenders and whales out there that are going to spend it on the skin regardless. We have gameplay, we have presentation, but the most surprising thing about everything in Marvel Rivals is the game's performance and connection. Now, granted, there is a lot of bugs and things that have been patched as of this video has gone live, but on launch day and over the weekend, the server connection was amazing. The ability to get into a game was so fast. If you literally looked at the quick match option, you would get into a game, and it seems like those playtests were worth it because the servers held up pretty good. As for performance, there were a few frame drops and loading times would vary as you go into different games, but it generally ran pretty well, at least on my system. Although I do need to highlight that there is a memory leak issue on PC that I have ran into, and I'm hoping this latest patch has fixed it, because having the game freeze after a couple of hours of play is no bueno. Fix it now. Gameplay, presentation, art style, fun factor, connection and stability, free to play. Everything has pointed in the right direction to say that Marvel Rivals might be one of the most successful launches of the year and one of the most successful free-to-play launches that I've ever seen. It certainly has a bright future. The list of potential heroes is endless. Opportunities for fun events, maybe even a PvE mode later down the line. I just hope that we don't see the inevitable developer whoopsie that we've seen with so many successful games recently. A bad balance patch, or a shitty decision that ruins games, or a scandal which involves, money laundering. If this game can navigate the next 6 months to a year and still keep a very healthy population of players, then it's going to stick around for the long haul. Marvel's Rivals is a blast, and I can't recommend it enough for people that want to play a hero shooter for the first time, or even long-time fans of the genre. It's crazy to me that yet another game has found massive success that hasn't come from a AAA developer or publisher. Who knows what will be the next one? But for now, I'm going to go and fuel my ego by slapping up some of the backline characters with Iron Fist. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and if you have, leave a like on it, subscribe as always. This has been Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.